The most hallowed day on the whole calendar is finally here. Black Friday has rolled around with another bundle of incredible Xbox deals for us to unpack, so let's dive right in.
With the Men's World Cup having just kicked off, why not get in on the action yourself in FIFA 23? Thanks to a recent free update, EA's beloved sports sim will allow players to play along with the tournament each day using authentic lineups and group standings to rewrite the course of sporting history, which, if England's recent form is anything to go by, might be a very useful tool indeed. Step away from the international stage and you'll find a selection of women's clubs available for the very first time in the series' history, giving you the chance to watch Caroline Weir kick ass in all her Galacticos glory. And in general, you'll find the same incredible authenticity that EA brings to each game brought to life even more brilliantly in 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X and S. Oh, and it's now 40% off too.
Usually when someone gets unexpectedly caught in a time loop, they get to partake in some comedic hijinks, find love, and eventually learn an important lesson or two about life. Sadly, Colt Van has no such luck. Deathloop takes place on a mysterious island filled with exceptionally dangerous people, all of whom seem to want Colt dead for reasons he is unable to remember. His only hope is to take them out one by one using whatever weapons and telekinetic powers he can lay his hands on, while taking advantage of the time loop itself to hone his strategies. One of the most acclaimed titles of recent years, Deathloop got even better with the Golden Loop update, which gives you even more deadly tools to take advantage of. You can check it out now with Xbox Game Pass or pick it up in the Black Friday sale for 67% off.
If you've not quite let the Halloween vibes go yet, then now could be a great time to pick up The Quarry. This cinematic adventure drops you down into the middle of a horror movie so that you can find out whether you have the makings of a final girl or if you're just there to make up the death toll. It all goes down on the last night of summer camp where a bunch of counsellors are celebrating together when something begins to go bump in the night. Typical. Will you brave the dark to save your friends or run for cover? All 8 of the counsellors quickly come to feel like fully formed human beings thanks to the cast's great performances and the game's cutting-edge facial capture tech, so you're going to want to try very hard not to make decisions that leave them with a knife sticking out of their chest. Thanks to Black Friday, you can test those nerves down at the Quarry for half price.
Keeping Black Friday nice and dark, one of the year's biggest releases also has a tasty discount. It's Gotham Knights. Batman has fallen, and since Gerard Butler isn't around, it's up to Batgirl, Red Hood, Robin, and Nightwing to try and fill the bat-shaped hole in the world he left behind. More specifically, this action RPG sees the quartet taking on Gotham City's most flamboyant criminals and investigating the secretive societies that threaten to take over the whole place. With the ray trace visuals and spatial sound you'll find on Xbox Series X and S, this might be the most immersive incarnation of Gotham City yet. So it would really be good if you could prevent it from burning to the ground.
Prices aren't the only thing that are getting slashed this Black Friday. Well, not if you pick up Sekiro Shadows Die Twice anyway. As a From Software game, this third-person actioner is unsurprisingly brutal, with a ruthless sword combat system where the slightest misstep will see you sliced into samurai sashimi. But that just makes mastering it all the more satisfying as you learn to read your opponent's moves and knock them off balance before going in for a gory final blow. The tale of the one-armed wolf is not one to be undertaken lightly, but if you think you might be up to the challenge, then the Game of the Year edition of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is now half price.
Okay, that got way too morbid, so let's splash some colour onto this Black Friday sale with Ollie Ollie World. With its hand-drawn visual style and meticulously hand-picked soundtrack, this skateboarding platformer is a sensory delight even before you start busting out crazy tricks and racking up gnarly combos. With over 100 moves to learn and an almost infinite number of ways to thread them together across millions of unique levels, it's the kind of game that you can completely lose yourself in. Whether you're trying to hit a new high score and climb those online leaderboards, or just enjoy the game's laid-back vibes while you roll around in sandbox mode, Ollie Ollie World is a great place to spend some time, and is now 35% off too.
For more psychedelic platforming fun, you could also check out Psychonauts 2. In this long-awaited sequel, we get to catch up with Raz and his fellow psychic secret agents as they try to root out a mole within their organization while also dealing with looming threats of a super-powered mass murderer. But if that all sounds a bit serious, then don't worry, the game is still filled with the wacky humour that made the original such a hit, making plenty of room for bacon and bowling alongside the generational trauma and nervous breakdowns. It also looks sensational on the Xbox Series X and S, with HDR10 support making its Technicolor worlds look even richer. It's available on Xbox and PC Game Pass, along with the original game, while you can pick up Psychonauts 2 itself in the Black Friday sale for 67% off.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland sees the player getting wrapped up in another one of Tina's not entirely well thought out, but incredibly charming, Bunkers and Badasses campaign. After creating your very own character, complete with their own special skills, you'll be let loose on a realm of magic and machine guns to loot and shoot your way through another epic adventure. Wonderlands has everything you'd expect from a Borderlands game. Wild humor, slick cel-shaded visuals that looks even slicker on the Xbox Series X and S, and more firepower than an honest-to-goodness dragon. The Next Level edition, which also includes some very stylish Dragon Lord gear, is half price in this year's Black Friday sale.
Tina might be tiny by some standards, but she'd still loom large over the shrunken cast of Obsidian's open-world survival game, Grounded. With its full version hitting the market just a couple of months ago, Grounded is bigger and buggier than ever before, as in it's full of actual insects, not glitches. In fact, it runs quite beautifully, especially if you're lucky enough to be playing in 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X and S. However, that next-gen tech can't do all the work for you, and you still need to plan carefully, craft cleverly, and fight like your little life depends on it, because it actually does. Available now on Xbox and PC Game Pass, Grounded is also 25% off in the Black Friday sale.
Last up, why not celebrate Black Friday by taking a drive across sunny Mexico in Forza Horizon 5? With its bustling biomes, endless supply of cars, and insane range of challenges to take on, you wouldn't think that they would fit any more stuff into this massive game, and yet they keep managing. Most recently, Forza Horizon celebrated its 10th anniversary by dropping a whole load of classic content into the game, perfect for longtime fans of the series who are looking to take a road trip down memory lane. But whether you're a seasoned racer or you're getting behind the wheel for the very first time, Forza Horizon 5 is such an expansive experience that you're sure to get an incredible amount of mileage out of it. It's a cheap ride too, with the game now 35% off and available on Xbox and PC Game Pass.
This might be just the best Black Friday sale we've ever seen, and you won't even have to push your way through a crowd to take advantage of it. Let us know what's at the top of your shopping list down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell too. Bye!